Good morning. I listened to the debate between Robert Pechter on Peter Schiff's radio show on Monday. Um, Downloaded it and listened to it this morning, and I wanted to listen very carefully because David Prechter has a unique view on what's going to happen, and I finally understood where he gets his view. Basically, our system is loaded down with debt. That's that's where I agree with him. It's like you go to a bank, it's starved for cash because it has no cash. Um, it's all loans, and what banks do is like they just move the loans around and around and around in order to keep the cash flow moving. So that has slowed down quite a bit since 2008. 2008, it actually froze, and that's why the U.S. dollar went skyrocketed because in value because anyone with actual cash was golden. So Robert Prechter, you're saying that Robert Prechter? Am I saying that Robert Prechter has a point that we will see deflation and not inflation? No, just don't see that because here's the problem. Yes and no, actually. Problem is that that we have an electronic money system. That means the money needed to unfreeze the credit markets can instantly go out to all the banks instantly and solve all the problems. So this is how if another credit crisis occurs, it will be resolved. What needs to be what will happen is obviously is a loss of confidence. So, for example, somehow a bunch of banks or a section of people, large section of people, believe that hey, you know what, this person's not going to pay. I better not. I better hold on to my money and not trust anyone. And then that's how the credit markets freeze. So making cash the cash king. However, right, that failure of confidence can be restored when the government comes out and says, "Hey, you know what?" Or the Federal Reserve, "Hey, you know what? Don't worry about it. We'll cover everybody." Obviously, then you could say, "Yeah, you know what? I get the guarantee, the signed guarantee from the Fed or from the government. Okay, fine. Here, I'll lend you the money," and then the money starts moving around again. And that is where Robert Prechter does not agree. He believes that people in the government and the Federal Reserve will not restore that kind of confidence. They will let everybody twist in the wind. That's his end belief. And it is possible that could happen, right? That's the scary part for us gold and silver holders, because what will happen is if everybody's twisting in the wind, in gold at that point in time, gold and silver will take a huge dive because people will need to liquidate their gold and silver assets in order to obtain cash to pay for other things, other losses that they've suffered in the market. Right? So that's why it'd be scary. I don't care because I won't be suffering any losses. I don't plan to sell any of my gold and silver. Even if that did happen, and I just would go yay because I'm still getting paid the same amount, and I'm going to be buying up cheap gold and silver because some idiots decided they would buy debts. They'd hold debts and gold and silver, and the debts went to nothing, and so they have to sell their gold and silver, in order to cover their daily payments or whatever they have to cover. Too bad for you, dog. Shouldn't have been messing with the paper money. right? So that's their loss is my gain. I get cheap silver and gold. Um, since I don't think that's going to happen, right? I'm going to hold gold and silver only, and because I believe the government's going to say no, we'll cover everybody, and send off the money instantly to everyone that needs it, every bank that needs it. It will not let the banks fail. It will not that mom and pop who save their money in the bank have it go have nothing in their bank account. Basically saying, okay, well, you know what, you went to this bank, you deposited money, and you deposited under $250,000. Sorry, you get nothing. Yeah, okay. Dream on. That's not gonna happen. All right. So that's that. Since that's not going to happen, obviously the net result is that there's going to be a hyperinflationary event. However, I do see that when the next credit crisis does hit, this next hyperinflation crisis does hit, there will be a bank holiday. There will be a restructuring, because since they can't really directly bail out the banks like they did in 2008. Just inject capital. There have to be some sort of nationalization, because it's like, okay, well, wait a minute, we just bailed you out, now we're bailing you out again, kind of thing. So we have to do something a little bit different than we did last time. So in that period, there will be a point where physical cash, paper money, like paper notes, actual physical cash, like these things, will be more valuable than what you have in your bank account and what you have as a CD or any kind of debt instrument that's paying you interest every month. It will be more valuable than any of those things, because you won't have access to those things during that restructuring phase. So I would suggest that you always have a large amounts of cash on you, and not have too much in a bank account when that event occurs. So that's just my opinion. Take it for what it is, and just like Save a Future says, I hope you learned something.